Okay, now there is a reason why Miss Loretta Devine made my flowers list, honey, because she played the hell out of this role in this movie Spell with Omari Hardwick. I'm pretty sure y'all know him from Power and some other movies. Now, you know she's always doing like the sweet motherly role. She plays it in this movie with a twist. She's a hoodoo lady, all right? Her and her husband sacrifice goats and cats and sometimes people too to do these hoodoo spells, right? So Amari Hardwick gets his character gets a note or something that his father passed, and he has since he was little moved away from the country, so he got to charter a plane to go back to West Virginia where he's from, right? They get into an accident because there's a storm. He wakes up in this lady's house, aka Loretta Devine, and his foot's injured really bad. He notices that, you know, she won't really tell him much. He's like, "Where's my family? I was with my family on a plane." She made hoodoo dolls. There's this one scene where he ended up, because they were always keeping him trapped in a room, he ended up sneaking out the window and like crawling on top of like the house, and he was looking through the barn and seeing these little rituals they were doing, right? Well, he had to hurry up and run back in because somebody saw him. Somebody pointed up and said, you know, that they saw him. So he went back in the room, crawled back in, he left the door open, and the look that she gave him when she was looking at the window, like real, it was just like chills went up through my, like, that's the one horror movie that I've seen in a long time where I was legit like scared. Like it was creepy. It had all the essence of a horror film that I like. It had a great plot, you had plot twist, you had good acting, you had this sense of eeriness. Because anytime you have a movie where you're dealing with like spirits or voodoo or hoodoo or something like that, it can go corny or it can go totally good. Like this was good. Unfortunately, when it came out, COVID. Oops, I was trying not to say that on here, but you know, the COVID stuff was out. So I don't think it hit theaters, but I remember when I was working at the store, I would see it on DVD, and I was like, man, I wish I could stream it, you know, real quick. But that's definitely one that I'm buying. I don't buy movies often because I have so many streaming services, but I would definitely buy that. Like I wish it had more exposure than it did, but like I said, a lot of movies that were supposed to have come out in theaters last year didn't get that exposure. I've reviewed some here, but she deserved her flowers and much more, because it I don't want to give away too much, but it was good, because it's like something like that could happen. Maybe not so much the real life hoodoo stuff, as far as like dolls moving and stuff like that. But what if you were to get into an accident, you wake up in some strange person's house, and you don't know where your family is, and it's like, you know, that could happen for real. Like anytime there's a horror movie where something could happen for real, to me, it's always scarier. Like those Saw movies, if you think about it, some sicko could really make some kind of game that you damn near die trying to get out of, versus a movie talking about vampires and werewolves. That's just like pure fantasy. But Spell is on Hulu. Stream it on Hulu. Like I said, it's on DVD. It's definitely one of those movies where you probably wouldn't feel bad about buying the DVD, because I loved it. And something told me, like I saw bits and pieces of a trailer of it last year, but something told me it was going to be good, and I'm glad I watched it. I'm like, wow. Shout out to the writer and director of that movie, and Loretta Devine, you are a living treasure. I want to put this into the universe and manifest that I will work one day with Miss Loretta Devine in a movie, whether I'm writing it, directing her, or I meet her, we go out and have coffee, something. Because she's great. She bought that. I already used the word eeriness, but she brought that like real chill factor to the movie because her character, she's sweet and motherly, but she's diabolical at the same time. And so to be able to pull that off in one character, that's awesome. When I was looking online, they tried to compare it to Misery in the sense that, but to me that's different because in Misery, that lady was obsessed with the Misery book and she wanted the author to continue to write the book. This is the only similarities is that they're in the bed and can't move because they're hurt and stuff. But other than that, it was awesome. And I'm going to be buying that. I love horror movies, but it's been a long time trend in horror movies where you have jump scares, like the main character peeps around a corner and you're like, oh, and it's just a cat walking across the... See, you had none of that in Spell. Every scare was legit. You had scenes where he almost got caught. Like, I like to be on the edge of my seat when I'm watching a horror movie or a thriller. I don't like these empty jump scares where, oh no, and it's just, the wind blew the curtains and made it look like somebody came in. Nah. So any of you guys, if you happen to be watching this, you're trying to make movies, thrillers, please watch Spell and take some tips because that's what we need. We need legitimate scares in scary movies, not these empty jump scares, all right? Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Peace and blessings as always. Like, subscribe, and share, all right? Y'all have a good one now.